We have another online question, and this person gets a little personal with Rabbi Mintz at the end of his question. His question is as follows: Rabbi, my gut instinct is to pack up and move with my family to my cottage in the Poconos till things settle. My family will be miserable, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm sure my grandparents were not happy leaving Europe in the 30s, but it ultimately saved our family, and I'm here to tell the tale. But my grandfather's neighbors that did not leave are not here to tell the tale. Am I correct to move up to the Poconos? And if yes, is Rabbi Mintz considering moving up to the zone in upstate New York until this passes?
We have a general rule when it comes to health and danger that we go called Dashu Boy Rabbi. Because when it comes to danger, there's no limit. What's called danger? A person be careful not to do anything dangerous. So to walk outside, across the street, it's more dangerous than staying in your house. Staying in your house is more dangerous. Maybe the carbon monoxide, a leak, it might be dangerous. So where do you draw the line? Wherever you go, whatever you do, there's danger. And God doesn't want us to make ourselves crazy and do all kinds of things that are not practical and make life miserable. So how do we handle this? So Chazal or rabbis tell us that the guidelines are Tashu Boy Rabbi. If what everybody's doing it, the tzibur, what is considered by the run-of-the-mill person, people that are doing it, it's considered not dangerous, and therefore we don't have to worry about doing things that are dangerous. The Torah warns us from doing dangerous things. We're not allowed to do dangerous things. But if everybody's doing it, everybody's crossing the street on a green light, in the favor of the pedestrian green light, so we're allowed to cross the street, even though maybe some crazy guy is going to come barreling down the street and go through his red light, but we don't have to worry about that. Getting into a car, and even though we have to depend on everybody else who's driving, they should put the brakes on time and drive like a mensch. It's dangerous, but since everybody's doing it, Hashem, God watches over us. That's what everybody's doing. God watches over the tzibur, watches over the people that He created. He wants them to be safe. He watches over them. And if something happens to somebody, God has His reasons. But we don't have to worry about danger that much. The only things that people don't do to walk over a tightrope, that you have to be careful about, because people don't do that unless it's an expert tightrope walker. But do things that are dangerous that people don't do, we're not supposed to do. To drive 90 miles an hour, normal regular people don't do that. You're not allowed to do that, therefore, because that's not what people do. But driving 60 and 55 mile limit, that's considered normal, and therefore you're allowed to do it. So to say, go into the Poconos and away from society, that's not what God wants us to do. He wants us to live with society, you have a normal life, and what's considered by everybody safe, we should consider that safe. That what your parents and grandparents did during the Holocaust, they got up and left. You have to know why they did it, they got advice to do it, what the circumstances were, and it's hard to compare dangerous situations to each other, because each one is a whole story in itself, and we don't know all the details of that story, what happened in the 30s, and we can't compare today's dangers to those dangers. It was a whole different world, whole different thing to consider. But we have definite guidelines that the Zal tell us, and we have to live a normal life for ourselves and the family, not to do things that are going to cause unhappiness in the family and for ourselves, to do things that are out of the norm. We got to stick to the norm, and Hashem will and trust in Hashem will watch over us.